holiday season, serve the same delicious traditional meals you've enjoyed for years. From the store you've shopped at for years. The one store with a tradition of low prices. Buy low.
Get Stokely's vegetables, 2 cans, 69 cents. Kraft Miracle Whip or mayonnaise, $1.89. Regular and light Del Monte fruit, 3 for $2. Bird's Eye Classic vegetables and sauce, 99 cents each.
Happy holidays from Buy Low.
Home in time for Christmas. Entertainment tonight at 7:30 on WIS.
Kelly is going to meet Garfield's creator. That's good to be home tonight. We're going to shot a few.
Don't we look terrific?
Happy birthday to Betsy Breckinridge.
I seal to the next time.
Hey, Maynard.
There's a lot of people out there with loving hearts.
Enjoying our trip to Bermuda, and we will be...
Cayman Islands are located about 500 miles.
Hugo was the most destructive storm that hit...
Well, I suppose it is the end of the road. Good evening and welcome to our final PM Magazine.
And although there's nothing we can do about that, we are going to try not to be sad about it. After all, it has been an exciting 10 years. What we are going to try to accomplish tonight is practically impossible. Squeeze an entire decade into a short half hour.
Tonight, instead of telling you about the stories you're going to see, we're just going to sit back and relax and let 10 years of sound and pictures speak for themselves. After all, we know over the years that it's not just us you tune in to see, but it is all those other interesting people and places, too.
And whether it's the celebrities or just that, you know, the weird guy that lives next door, it truly takes all kinds.
I feel good. I feel good. I do the
But you going in the house here and getting you on some long pants and some of that musk oil?
It is more than anything a show about people. We don't talk about that on the air very much, but in every philosophical meeting that PM staff has, the talk is, how do we make these people stories?
You had lots of stories about good people doing impressive, interesting, or just heartwarming things, you know.
And their daughter Paige is on the court driving for a layup. Ron and Janice can see it all. Paige cannot.
I can definitely see the whole backboard, and I try to zone in like on the you know, exactly where it is. But I usually try to find a fixed point or something up there just to aim for, and usually it comes pretty close.
We had to ask. We had to let people know that we needed help. We were scared to death.
There's a lot of people out there that love us. There's a lot of people out there with loving hearts. And I'm just going to take the gift of life and use it the best I know how.
The only thing that makes us click in terms of caring is the fact that things affect people. I find that most of the celebrities are nice folks, and I say half kiddingly a lot of times, you know, you meet celebrities and it turns out they're almost disappointingly human. They're just folks, you know, and they're out there doing their job.
I should have snapped you up in college.
Yeah, you should have, you know, but, you know, you were dating all the big frat guys then, Betsy.
When Chiefs was filming in Chester, we went down and did a story, and it was like this beautiful May day in South Carolina, and all the pieces fit. Anyway, I got to interview Charlton Heston, and he was really charming, really nice.
Chester's, I think, 6,000 people. I was brought up in a little lumber town in Michigan of about 150 people with a one-room school with 13 pupils in 8 grades, 3 of whom were my cousins.
Hal Holbrook was doing North and South when they were filming it in Charleston. He also does a one-man show, monologue, where he does Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln, which is who he was playing in North and South. He had done all this research for his monologue, for his one-man show, and he talked about how Lincoln wasn't a good speaker and how he would get excited when he talked and his voice would become screechy and high like this. And I sat there thinking during this interview, here's Hal Holbrook performing for me, you know?
And it's kind of our job to ferret out the unusual.
Surfing is the only life, the only way for me. Now surf, surf.
I'm the button king of Betsyville. One night it just come into my being to sew on buttons, and I started sewing on buttons, and the more I sewed, the better it looked. Everybody calls me the button man. Oh, go flat low. Go flat low. Get on up right now. Get on up right
now. Surprised? Well, Barney was. It was here at his home in Dovesville, South Carolina, where he noticed that Flatnose was always looking up at trees.
And one day he went up that tree right there. When I said, well, I'll be dogged if old Flatnose can't climb a tree. Get on up there. Get on up there. Get on up there now. Get on up there.
Come to see the girl who died here named Alice.
93-year-old Clark Wilcox lives at the Hermitage, a house haunted by the state's most famous ghost.
She comes at night looking for a ring. People see it, and some don't see it. And in the mirror, she saw this girl come in the door. So she'd turn around, and there wasn't no one in the room. And she ran down the steps screaming. My mother said, Lolly, what in the world is the matter to you? Said, did you send some of me to breakfast? No, it'll be 20 minutes yet. Well, if you didn't, I know I saw Alice.
You know, I really don't, I don't think there's much to it.
Well, I'm not quite sure. That's what they say, you know, so look like they shouldn't make it up.
PM Magazine, Diet Pepsi, Comic Search.
We really got them Yankees last year with that lizard man thing. Yeah. Yowza, I seen it. It was a great big old green thing. Had a long old red tongue, great big old teeth, like to eat our son.
What they were especially good at was those stories about people just like you or me who anybody could identify with. And you know, the button man of Bishopville was no less interesting than Charlton Heston, you know, just different.
Look at any television show, news story, magazine story, and find the things that are most interesting, and every time you'll find out that they hone in on some person. Before PM, nobody thought about that.
A National Historic Landmark? Well, you can, but only here in San Francisco.
If I don't get some Z's, I'll be a basket case tomorrow.
Nitol will help you get your Z's.
Nitol safely helps you fall asleep fast.
Nitol will help you get your Z's.
In Hollywood, I've learned it's important to always look your best. So if you wear dentures, always use Super Strength Polident. It soaks away the toughest stains, and its minty mouthwash ingredient leaves your dentures minty fresh clean. Super Strength Polident.
Hey, nice suit. Expensive?
Not at Burlington Coat Factory.
Designer dress. Cost a lot?
Not at Burlington Coat Factory.
Wow, great outfits. Cost your mom plenty? But why do they call it Burlington Coat Factory?
Because they have more of these than anybody.
Besides, ever try to say Burlington ladies, men's, kids, suits, shirts, sportswear, linens, dresses, furs, slacks, Coat Factory?
And now, the 12th annual Toyotathon Coast to Coast Sales Event.
It's on now.
The event of the year. And we're dealing on every Toyota, Previous, Corollas, Camrys,
4Runners, Celicas, and the all-new Tercel.
Starting with the biggest Camry option package savings ever, up to $900, and incentives up to $1,500.
And don't forget trucks. With your dealer's help, you could take one home tonight. There's never been a better time to deal. Go see your Toyotathon dealer now.
It's a fact. Most people in the Midlands of South Carolina buy their Nikes from Todd & Moore. That's because Todd & Moore, Columbia's oldest and largest sports store, always offers the best selection of the latest Nikes. Air Jordans, Air Agassiz, Bow Trainers, Air Cross Trainers, men's, ladies, children. Todd & Moore has got the Nikes, over 10,000 pairs in stock. Be smart. Shop Todd & Moore for all your Nike shoes and clothing. Now open Sundays at all locations.
Well, you guys get around. How does PM Magazine do all those stories?
This question gets asked more than any other, it seems. The answer is easy. We don't do all those stories. We do some of them. The idea of PM Magazine began back in 1976 when 5 Westinghouse broadcasting stations discovered that by trading with each other their best local stories, they wound up with a much stronger, more universally appealing show. Now, this original handful of charter member PM magazines grew to be a mighty cooperative of over 100 shows, all contributing their local features to the co-op.
Hi, I'm Mary Hart.
And I'm Scott Moniak.
From Los Angeles to New York, from Miami to Seattle, and everywhere in between, you could find PM Magazine. Each show was basically the same in appearance, but each had its distinctive area style, and each show had its own Lou and Betsy.
What do you say, spitting image of Willie Nelson? Huh?
As PM Magazine hosts, it's always been our job to show you the world, but to do it through our perspective, yours and mine. Because Lou and I live in the same state that you do, we couldn't help but share the same sense of identity with you. I've always felt that this was the key to the incredible success of PM Magazine. It's homegrown rather than canned.
What's next, Inga?
Bratwurst, a medical invention, and teddy bears.
PM Magazine first hit the air here in South Carolina in September of 1980. That first year, Lou co-hosted the show with Inga Dennis. At that exact same time, I was hosting from Columbia, Missouri. A year later, Lou and I found each other, and the rest has been PM Magazine history. Our distinctively different personalities not only worked well together, they seemed to bring out the best and most amusing in each other.
Happy Valentine's Day, Lou.
It's been full steam ahead ever since we paired up, through an entire decade, with some things changing, like my hair, and other things staying comfortably the same, like Lou's hair. We've seen other friendly faces come and go, too. Remember Chef Tell?
Thank you very much. Till the next time, and I see you.
And Joyce Colhawick. She showed us what's hot. While Linda Harris had the job we all wanted. She showed us the world.
I'm Jim Patterson on a Carolina getaway.
And our own Jim Patterson reminded us that much of the best was in our own backyard.
He will. PM Magazine.
You see me on PM? There were so many faces that came to be friends, and many of them were yours. Over the years, the show changed as we grew and stretched and went through natural evolutions. But no matter what, each night we tried to show you something or someone right here in our own area. And because of that, a day never went by that someone didn't come up and say, "Hey, aren't you on PM Magazine?"
PM Magazine takes some great trips. Can I go along next time?
Well, we get this question a lot, too. Somehow, somewhere, people got the idea that our working trips are less work and more fun. Not sure how they got that idea. Obviously, it's going to take some doing to convince you that we work hard to bring you interesting shows from those sunny, warm, luscious, green, exciting, enchanting, beautiful places.
The only thing that people don't understand, though, is when you go, you're working the whole time. You know, I'm with a crew, I'm not with my family, and And I'm not on vacation, so as much as you'd like to be lying on the beach, when people see us lying on the beach, it's just long enough to get that take before you have to get up and go do the next thing that you have to do.
Ever ride a National Historic Landmark? Well, you can, but only here in San Francisco. That's one of the problems with traveling for a show like this. You see it for a little while, kind of wipes the sheen off of it. And when you think about going back on a personal trip, you think, well, maybe I ought to go somewhere where I haven't been, because I've kind of been there already, even if I didn't get to enjoy it.
Favorite trip? Hawaii was kind of fun to see because you've heard about it your whole life, but it takes forever to get there.
Hawaii was a great trip. It's a beautiful place. And sometimes it almost sounds cliche to say you're going to Hawaii. But that's a beautiful place. It was great.
Cancun was great because on the opposite of that, it was like a 2-hour flight from Atlanta.
I remember I could not wipe the smile off my face when the first time we drove outside of London and into a little village, and I saw my first thatched roof house. You know, this was like the picture.
Bermuda is so pristine and pretty, you know, and close again.
It's hard to pick a favorite trip. I mean, they all have their good points.
I think the reason that Lou and I work on television is because we are opposite personalities.
It's a fact. Most people in the Midlands of South Carolina buy all their sporting goods at Todd & More. Whether it's the latest athletic clothing, athletic shoes, equipment, or accessories for your favorite sport, Todd & More has the largest selection and the guaranteed lowest prices anywhere. Be smart. This Christmas, save a lot of time and money by shopping at the Todd & More nearest you. For the active people on your shopping list, there's simply not a better place to shop than Todd & More.
It's the last 4 days and your last chance to get incredible savings during our Christmas Countdown Sale. Hurry now and save on the powerful upright Electrolux vacuum, value priced at just $279.99. Save on Daisy's Soothing Whirlpool Spa, a great gift for only $79.99. And the Panasonic Ladies and Men Shavers are specially priced for last-minute shopping. Hurry, time's running out for store-wide savings during the last 4 days of our Christmas Countdown Sale. Now at Brendel's.
Have you seen the new Apple Macintosh Classic computer? It's incredible and so affordable.
Well, I'd love to get one, but I heard they're really hard to find.
Connecting Point has them.
Connecting Point?
Yeah, you know, South Carolina's largest Apple authorized dealer. Actually, they used to be called Computer Source Connecting Point on Two Notch, but they've moved to a new location on Decker Boulevard and shortened their name.
Well, I'm going to give them a call right now.
Oh, by the way, they've changed phone numbers, too.
The Apple Macintosh Classic at Connecting Point.
Tonight on Quantum Leap, Sam provides all the holiday cheer when he leaps into the body of a real-life Christmas spirit. Then on Night Court, Dan's friendly advice turns into a fiasco for Harry when he tries to get over his first date jitters. Next, all bells break loose when Joe and Brian try to crash an invitation-only Christmas party on wings. And on Midnight Caller, will Jack keep the faith when he is asked to return a miracle statue of Jesus to its rightful owner by Christmas? Tonight, we wish the best to all of you from all of us at WIS-TV.
Hi, I'm Joe Liggett. I'm the producer of PM Magazine here at WIS. Normally, I work behind the camera. I'm one of the people you don't see. Well, we realize there's also a Lou and Betsy you don't see. People are always asking, what are they really like? So tonight, we wanted to take this final opportunity to show you the Lou and Betsy we know.
The reality of my life. How have I changed in 10 years besides getting married, having 2 children, putting on weight, and having 10 years more age on my face? None whatsoever. doesn't it? Can you say hello to everybody? Hello. Hello.
Maybe I am right, maybe I am wrong, but someone else makes love to you.
Lovely on Redbone.
Do you pass me by? I don't know just why.
They have a pool. I need to make friends with them.
Oh, Lord, in your heart, please just remember, right or wrong, I'm still in love with you.
I'm a basically private person, I guess. I don't go out and rock and roll and boogie all through the night, you know. My girlfriend wants me to go dancing more, you know, and a little bone of contention. But, you know, I don't want people watching me dance. No.
Being treated oftentimes like a celebrity, you realize, you know, because you're living inside your own skin, all you are is somebody that does their job in front of a lot of people. You know, it gets put on television. I mean, you could be a stenographer or a court reporter, but if it just happened to be broadcast at in a good time slot every night and so everybody saw it, that person would be a celebrity too. Celebrity.
I'm not naturally prone to that, and so the celebrity part of it, if you insist, is not always the most comfortable thing. But sure, it's neat to be able to get feedback and to have people know you, and you know the reason they know you is because they watch your show, and you presume the reason they watch it is because they like it. That's good. I like that.
I think the reason that Lou and I work on television is because we are opposite personalities. You know, I tend to be far more gregarious and silly acting, whereas he's more serious and let's get the job done. And
well, the outro,
roll tape.
The outro I've written is, gosh, Betsy, that was really nicely done. Did you learn anything else about
Come on, come on. I got to make a call. I got business to do. This is big business. This is big time.
Come on, come on.
Come on, come on.
Come on, come on, now touch me, baby.
But we're friends. And I think people can tell that, you know, when we are kidding each other or even, you know, acting like we're, you know, trying to get at each other, it's all done in a very friendly way. And that chemistry works.
He loves me more than life itself. Say it. Say it or I'll kiss you.
Betsy and I joke that we have been together, standing side by side, longer than a lot of marriages. Okay? There is an irreverence about her that's unquenchable. And just at the time when things get serious, you know, she's going to make a joke. Betsy's a firecracker.
People always ask me, what is Lou really like? Lou is very much what he seems like. He is the nicest, most honorable, conservative person you'll ever meet. You know, he is just, God, Lou is what he seems, just a nice guy.
I think her plans were to not be in Columbia or not settle in Columbia forever. I mean, plans don't always work out. She got married and had children. I'd expect her to be married now. I mean, things don't work out necessarily the way you expect. But sometimes it's good.
Okay.
Every night, just
every
the same
night.
thing.
That's fine.
10 years of a show like this, there aren't that many jobs that are that good, that last that long. It's true.
Shh, be very quiet. Elves are at work stocking the Golf USA store with great golf gifts. From clothes to clubs, bags to balls, caps, gloves, and shoes. Your golfer wants what we have at Golf USA.
Used to be quite a golfer in my day, Short.
Just
great, Fatso.
Oh, Merry Christmas from Golf USA.
During this joyous season, I know all of you are waiting for our holiday message.
Here it is, Mr. Smith.
About time.
Sorry.
Once again, we would like to express our sincere appreciation to the millions of Food Line customers and to the thousands of Food Line employees for your support during the past year.
It's my claw.
May you all have a very Merry Christmas. But watch out for Santa's claws.
Couldn't remember the wedding day, never mind the wedding vows.
Oh, you guys, it's the habit to hold for better or for worse. To love and to cherish.
Anyway, you guys, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Hey, can we get another bottle over here, huh?
Remember the part about in sickness and in health? If you don't get help at Charter, get help somewhere.
It's Todd & Moore for Russell Athletic Sweats, the new generation of sweats. Softer, smoother, more luxurious fabric, naturally comfortable, exceptionally durable, and shrinkage controlled to fit right wash after wash. Russell Athletic guarantees it. The fit stays fit and the seams stay together. So for fleece that stays plush and comfortable, get the new generation sweats from Russell Athletic at Todd & Moore Sporting Goods.
We hope you've enjoyed looking back at an entire decade of memories with us. I know it's really been fun for us. Actually, looking back at some of that old videotape, I'd forgotten about some of the great times that we have had. What an opportunity this job really has been.
You know, I think it makes it more significant, the fact that we did an even decade, 1980 to 1990. I know that was a number of years for you to watch, but that was a significant and wonderful chunk out of our lives.
That certainly is true, and I have tried to think about what the appropriate thing to say would be right now. This is the last time, after 10 years, that you and I will probably be standing together like this, at least in this capacity, and that's really sad. And I guess the thing I should be saying is what I don't want to say, and that's goodbye.
Well, Betsy, you've got to say goodbye. You know, there comes a time when you've just got to say goodbye.
You've got to say goodbye.
No, Lou, what's happened to you? Last year you said we'd never...
Last year we said a great many things. We did a lot of thinking. Well, I've done a lot of thinking since then, and it all adds up to one thing. You're going home, where you want to be.
Oh, but Lou, we've had so much fun.
Listen, you've got to listen to me. Do you have any idea what you'd face if you stayed here? Election coverage.
Oh, Lou, you're just saying that because you know I hate politics.
If you don't go, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, and for the rest of your life.
But Lou, what about us?
We'll always have Paris.
Lou, I didn't go to Paris.
Oh.
But I thought I'd never leave you.
You never will. But I've got a job to do, too, and where I'm going, you can't follow. What I'm doing, you can't be a part of. The news department.
News?
Doesn't take much to see that the problems of two little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Here's looking at you, kid. Time to go, babe. Better hurry. We'll miss the Friday night lineup on NBC. So, Lou, you are a sentimentalist. Well, Ed, I had to start sometime. You know, Ed, this could be the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
You know what's really important. Knowing from Estee Lauder. Now at J.B. White.
To everyone at home in South Carolina on WIS.
From all of us in entertainment tonight, happy holiday.
From all of us at WIS-TV, season's greetings.
NBC is the place to be.